Philadelphia police officer shot point blank in his car. You are looking at that image right now. The shooter now in custody, but he fired off about a dozen rounds, 3 of which wounded the officer. The officer will be okay eventually by miracle, but the shooter did pledge his allegiance to ISIS. Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke is with me now. So, Sheriff, when you see an incident like this, how concerned are you for your team and teams around this country?
Extremely. There's no way to defend yourself in a situation like that. But for the grace of God, that officer would have lost his life in the line of duty. I need every American to pray for the speedy recovery of one of Philadelphia's finest. Look, this is another one of those situations. We're under attack here in the United States. It's not just law enforcement officers, but it's also citizens. We saw San Bernardino. We saw Fort Hood. We saw Chattanooga, Tennessee. We saw it in Boston. We saw it in Garland, Texas, and it just continues on and on and on. It is the failure of this White House administration to understand what the threat is, to admit what the threat is, and to apply appropriate interventions. This is not about gun control. This is not about background checks. This is about Islamic terror. This guy who was captured last night, thankfully, should be tried with treason. He should be tried as an enemy combatant. He should be held at Gitmo. He forfeited U.S. citizenship as far as I'm concerned. He should not have access to the U.S. courts. He should be tried by a military tribunal. And if and when convicted, he should be executed.
Okay, Sheriff, you are not alone in feeling as if your team is being threatened every day. Citizens are being threatened every day, whom you have sworn to protect. The Philadelphia police commissioner made this statement earlier.
This is a dangerous job, and I think this video, this incident, just captures the essence of that. And anybody that doesn't begin to understand what men and women across this country deal with and are faced with, and that you never know what that next encounter will be.
So I heard you say, Sheriff, the idea is to take pressure over so-called domestic issues such as gun control and really focus on keeping citizens safe. You delivered a clear message. If you were on the line right now with President Obama, what would you say?
Well, put down the talking points, put away the ideology. Make an admission, that you made some mistakes in assessing this. Don't forget, he's the one that called ISIS the JV of terror organizations in their infancy when we had a chance to impact on it there. But there's some things we can do now. But right now, Americans are under attack on the homeland. That is unfathomable. It is time to have a strategic, coherent strategy to deal with this, not only overseas with the military, but here at home, because Americans are under attack. I never thought I'd see the day in the United States where Americans on U.S. soil would be attacked with impunity from any foreign threat. But that's what we're faced with here right now.
Okay, Sheriff, and I think I know your answer, but I am assuming you think it is a mistake to accept refugees?
Oh, without a doubt. Until we get a handle on this thing, there's no proper way to screen them. There are no records to check them against. Just put the brakes on it, all right? And let's reassess this thing. There is no need to have this huge influx of refugees into the United States at this period of time. Let's get this right, because we can't get it right 9 out of 10 times. We can't get 9 out of 10 refugees right and have one get in, slip through the net. We have to have 10 out of 10,
right.
And that's going to take some time. So they got to slow this thing down.
I hear what you're saying, Sheriff. Even if it's one, that person can still cause a lot of damage. Sheriff David Clarke, thank you so much for the time. We're glad to have you here.